All that good material wasted.
Can you guys hear it? I can't hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right. Everybody thumbs up me when the music is over that I'm talking over right now. I don't know why I can't hear it.
Now it's playing again.
Did this twice now. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Survivor with Jamie, Jack, and Colleen. My name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
I'm already bored.
I know, me too. I'm having a lot of trouble hearing. I might take these out and try to start this again. But yeah, hi. We're here to talk about season 48 of Survivor.
Yay!
I just noticed Jamie's thing there. Jamie Joe BSKY social. That's a mouthful there.
Yeah, the Blue Sky address does get a little loud.
Oh, okay. All right. I never connected with Blue Sky.
There it is. All right.
That was me. I was just testing it out.
She's making sure it still works.
It wasn't us.
I still can't hear the music, but that's fine. We're good. Hi, everybody.
It's the same song.
Second verse, same as the first.
Hey, it hasn't gotten any better the second time.
Ouch. Jay just went, ow. Man, what hit me?
They're playing Monopoly outside. Alex got real obsessed with Monopoly lately.
Nice.
No, he's a very terrible loser, so it's not that nice.
'Tis the season.
Is it?
Yep. Oh, I've noticed.
It's almost March. Almost time to
sure
put the
is.
Christmas lights back up again.
Anyway, we are here to talk about season 48. I think I've said this a couple of times. Just because I can't hear anything.
Is someone losing it? I heard some screaming.
That was Zachary. Was he screaming my name? It sounded like he was screaming my name.
Mommy, lend me $500.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sounds like someone who landed in jail.
Yeah. And they don't have the get out of jail free card.
Oh, so when Alex was at your house the other night, Zach and Jay and I played Monopoly, and I was just like, let me just buy everything because at some point that's going to pay off, right? No. At one point I had to mortgage out like 4 of my properties.
You got to buy.
I was like, please send me to jail so I don't have to like do anything. It was bad.
It can be arranged.
Oh, anyway, all right.
Enough.
We are here to converse about it's our annual, preview show.
Preview.
It sure is. So what we're going to do is we are going to go off of the what'd you say?
We're spot on.
This is where we're spot on and make
spot on. We don't make a mistake.
Predictions with 100% accuracy.
It's like we have inside information.
We're just that good.
Truly, I don't. All right, look, full disclosure, everybody. As they know, I do not understand. I cannot hear them, but I sound good, right? So
can you hear me now?
No. I think it's in my computer thing.
Your volume level is A-okay.
Now only one person got to see that, so we only have one person to chat.
That's okay. They can watch
moment.
it live. No, this is live. All right, whatever. Okay, let's get started here. Let me pull up this cast list. Share my screen over here. Let's just get to it. This has been the most painful 4 minutes of my day.
Well, if this is the worst thing that can happen to you, that's not.
It's all right. It's all right.
Meet the cast. Okay, here we go. We are, like I said, we're following along, and I will go back and forth between the 2 tabs. We have 3 tribes this time around. Whatever, we'll get to it. All right. First up, we have Stephanie Berger. Stephanie is 38 years old. She is she lives in Brooklyn now, but she is New York City born and bred. She's ambitious, resilient, outgoing. I believe that she is this is also the show where everybody gets to hear me flip through my notebook pages 100 times.
All right.
Let's see. She snorts while she's laughing.
Yes, I'm glad that you noted that as well.
I mean, it was very obvious.
Well, that's going to be annoying.
Yeah, it's a pretty good laugh.
It is a pretty good laugh. Let's see. She's independent. She was a latchkey kid. She's very confident, very self-assured. She pitches $100 billion projects for breakfast, and she loves to be in charge.
Yeah.
$100 billion projects
That's what she said, quote unquote,
for breakfast.
for breakfast. Well,
For
I added the
breakfast.
breakfast part in.
Okay.
You know, speaking of lost contacts, as we were earlier, she reminds me a lot of Libby. And that's literally what I have on here. I was like, this is Libby. She reminds me so much of her.
From Lost.
Yeah, from Lost. I liked her.
Well,
She seemed
How'd that
pretty-
work out for Libby?
Not
Yeah,
so
I was going to
great.
say, Libby, the one that died?
Listen, I don't have her in my final three, but no, she seemed pretty, like, I don't know, good spirits. Let's see how she does when she's hungry.
You know, they all seemed in good spirits this time around. Like, everybody very much, it was kind of like Survivor went for the exact same type for almost everybody.
Yeah, everybody
It
is
was-
got pretty good. I mean, like, of course, you know, in the interviews, they don't get to talk to anybody for like 2 weeks. So they're all just super happy to be able to talk to somebody. So maybe that's what we're getting. Maybe they'll be less excited when they're used to talking to each other.
Well, when someone's snorting and laughing, that's kind of it's cute at first.
Does it grow
Right.
old? Do you think
get-
it's going to be do you think it's going to be a problem for her?
I think so. I mean, when you're not
Okay,
eating,
I don't know if she. Just the beginning of the video, it starts off, her little cold open is her, laughing and snorting.
Exactly
Which
like
again,
that.
could,
Dead
you know,
ringer.
very endearing. It either could go two ways. Either it's endearing and people like her, or she's a big pain in the ass and production doesn't like her. So whoever cut the promos decided to shut it.
There you go.
No, she does seem like a interesting person. I could see her being somebody who takes charge early on and ends up getting
that's never
kicked
that's
out.
never good.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting the way that they have these groups split this year, because I'm looking at the 3 different tribes and they really did take some like opposing personalities and put them together in the same tribes. She, I think, will probably swim right in the middle, though. I think she's pretty adaptable. She says that she's really realistic with herself, and that's pretty important. Like, you need to be self-aware and realistic about, what you can and can't do at the right time. So, yeah, we'll see.
Okay, so where do you have her?
Sorry. I heard the kid.
Yeah.
That was
Oh, yeah,
amazing.
you know?
That was...
Sound like
I can-
someone didn't get to pass go and collect their $200.
I can barely hear you guys, so hearing them is also a struggle right now.
I'm gonna say okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're fine. I have Stephanie going to merge.
You have merge, okay.
I'm gonna put her at pre-merge.
Okay.
I don't know why. It just $1 billion, $100 billion. I mean, that's gonna get boring out there in Survivor, right? Oh, I'm playing for $1 million. Yay!
Chump change.
But really, if you're doing deals of $100 billion, that's pretty intense. I mean, those are deals you cannot mess up, right?
Well, right. And one thing she did say is that she's gotten thrown into a lot of jobs where she started out maybe not like being the right person for the job, but she's been able to adapt and learn things as she goes. That's one of her greatest skills. So who knows?
That could propel her to a. But I'm gonna say pre-merge.
Plus,
Sorry,
her dress
Stephanie.
is really cute.
It is a very cute dress. I like that dress.
I wouldn't wear it, but that's just me.
Yeah, well, she does say she
I don't have the legs for it.
identifies a lot with Natalie Anderson, which is funny because when she was talking, she reminded me of who's the other Natalie that with the coat, the jacket.
Oh, the one that
Was her name
wa-
Natalie?
The one that wanted the coat.
Yeah.
No, the one that wanted the coat was Angelina.
But she's
Angelina
the one that had the coat.
Yes.
had the coat and said, "No, you're not getting the coat."
Freeze. You stay here and freeze.
All right, moving on. We have
What did you pick?
oh, I went with pre-merge.
Okay, all right.
I went first.
Okay.
Sorry. Next up, we have Shohin Davari. And apologies if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But I really like your shirt and beard. He is.
I am so excited about this guy.
Yeah, I like this guy. He is from he's from California. He is a debate professor. What else? He had let's see. He wants people to feel like he has their back, so that would make them want to have his back in return. So he's aiming for that social game. He made his mom watch Survivor with him when he got into it, and then the way he told his mom that he got cast on Survivor after 2 years of trying was he sent her homemade tree mail.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It was really clever. And what made him super nerdy was that he remembered the tree mail off the top of his head, like to recite it.
And he threw her like a huge birthday party that was all Survivor themed. Brought in like 12 friends and family to play. And then they made a bet with each other that if he lost, he was going to have to watch every single episode of every single season. And if she won, he was going to have to give her a trip around the world. And I don't know. It was pretty fun. You need to go back and do the interview and listen to it because it's kind of a long story, but it's pretty fun. Like they did everything, like pulled all the stops for this party. But the coolest thing about this guy is that remember last year when we were talking about at the end of every interview, Mike had asked, hey, is there anybody else, in Sequester that, like who do you have your eyes on? And everybody was talking about the guy with the beard and the hair. And then he never made it on the cast.
Oh, that was this guy.
Oh,
That's this guy. And what's so awesome about this is he was the alternate. The alternates know that they're the alternate. But he realized that, throughout the week that all the men that were there, everyone was healthy. No one was going to go home. He wasn't going to make it on that season. And so he deliberately did things to make it so that they like really took notice of him so that he would be called back to be on this season.
That's so clever.
That's smart.
I think that's great insight. So I feel really good about him. And he used to be a lawyer and now he is a professor. And it's pretty cool because you'll see later on, there's another player who is someone who is currently a lawyer and used to be a teacher.
Yes.
Well, I was going to go merge, but now I might go final three. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I'm going to go. You convinced me. Final three. I think this guy's the only thing that would debate people can be kind of pushy. They want to get their point across. I mean, that's the only thing that scares me about it. But he seems pretty with it. So I'm gonna go final three.
Okay.
He's in my final three as well. I really feel like I don't know.
Can I change it?
No, keep it there. I'm always right about one of them. I had Andy in my final three.
That's true. That's true.
I always get one right. But his interview, like, listen, even if he doesn't like make it super far into the game, he's going to give the best confessionals, and Jeff is going to just like adore him at Tribal. So, because the man can talk, and I think he is going to be able to talk his way out of situations better than most.
So he's going to be getting some idols. Is what you're saying?
Maybe.
So taking all this into consideration, I think he's going to be pre-merge.
That's always big players. That's a tough call, especially in a shorter game. He could be cut early. I feel like he will probably be okay looking at his tribe, but we'll see.
Right.
That's the key. Is your tribe good?
But honestly, for what it's worth, I really liked him as well, and I hope that I am incorrect.
You liked him enough for pre-merge.
Well, you guys had all final three. Like I had to make a move. You
could have said merge.
Well, I didn't though. Okay.
When in fact she did not.
Next up, we have Eva Erickson. She created a Survivor drinking game while she was at Georgia Tech in college.
A Ramblin' Wreck from Georgia Tech.
But she was the first and only girl to play hockey, like in the boys hockey team at Georgia Tech. However, she was diagnosed as autistic at age 1, and she was given, her parents were told that she wouldn't be able to live on her own or make her own decisions, and she really fought, and she and her parents worked really hard to, I guess, overcome the diagnoses that she was given when she was younger. But she does sometimes struggle to pick up social cues, which has her worried, but determined to work even harder. She is 24. She's from Minnesota, but currently lives in Rhode Island.
Yes.
Minnesota explains why she plays hockey.
And she's a PhD candidate right now. So
yes, and she's not going to tell anybody about anything with a PhD. She's just going to be talking about the hockey. She seems like, one, she seems very intelligent. 2, she is very much about the athleticism and sports. Like 90% of her interview was around athletics. And I think she's probably going to be somebody who is like with the boys team more than with the girls.
She played men's hockey.
Yeah, but I think she's going to be a great competitor.
She's in Rhode Island right now because she plays hockey for Brown University, which is in Rhode Island.
Well, she grew up in Minnesota, so I think I think it's almost obligated. You have to play hockey.
Yeah. Speaking as somebody that's had 4 kids growing up in the house, 3 of us played hockey. I was not, but I did figure skating. So that kind of counts.
There you go. I didn't know that about you.
No, that doesn't count.
You're right. It doesn't. It doesn't.
You just put holes in the ice with your toe picks. It's
yeah, basically. That was it. Toe picked that ice chipped. So yeah.
Figure skaters, they put giant holes in the ice when they go to do their
we don't do the like side stop. We have the little toe pick thing that digs into the ice.
There's Chris Dorn. He knows toe picks. They're the worst things in the world. Anyway, I kid. My wife's a figure skater, so I should probably be nice.
You should probably be nice.
Should she tell people she's autistic?
Yes, I think so.
I think I would, because if she says she has problems picking up social things sometimes, that might give her a pass. And they also might think, because people are pretty stupid, might think that she's not a threat.
Exactly. Yeah.
It may give her a little leeway in there. And for what it's worth, she is not somebody that, I haven't seen her in a group of people, but she doesn't come across as somebody who's going to actually be that socially awkward at all. Like, she's very chatty, knows what she's talking about. Like, she's I think she'll do fairly well. I don't have her going to merge though, because I think that the place where it might get her is that I just feel like maybe because she might just be a little bit like too strong. Like Noelle, she reminds me of Noelle actually a lot. So we'll have to see how she does in the ranks as far as like the competitions go. But I think if she outshines everybody in the competitions, they'll cut her.
I agree. But that said, I think she's going to make it to the merge.
I'm going to say merge also. I hope she wins it.
Yeah, she has a very cool story.
Just to overcome and to be, skating on the men's hockey club. That's not to be sexist here, but that's a big deal.
That's what I mean. I really think she's going to be a comp beast. I think she might be the competitor of the season physically.
Really,
even with the muscly guys, I think her all-around athleticism is going to shine.
Yeah.
So you think that there's somebody later on that may?
Plus, she's going to Brown, you said?
She's at Brown right now for her PhD.
Okay, so she should be good at the puzzles and stuff too. Going to Brown's that's a Ivy League college, so.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got brains too.
At Brown, very cool school.
Yeah. So so she's got the physical skills and brains. So I want to go final 3. I'm going to stick with merge though.
Okay. Because people that are challenge threats generally do get cut at some point.
Yeah.
Next up, let's move over this way. We have Kyle Frazier. Kyle, who I personally loved, he's 31. He lives in Brooklyn right now, but he's from Virginia. He described himself as, quote, the best average guy you'll ever meet.
I love this guy.
He said he wants to be an you know the word I'm trying to say. Even when I worked for lawyers, I could never say the word indigent, whatever. Criminal defense attorney, so he can advocate for people who cannot afford their own legal representation. He grew up attending a school in an affluent area, but his personal neighborhood was very low income. So he says he comes at problems from all angles, and he knows how to get along with all different types of people.
Yeah, he's
awesome. I loved him.
Like super down to earth, really good vibes. He said his favorite player of all time was Keith, and I thought that was pretty cool, just because he's just so likable.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
What's the plan? Got to come up. What that was the saying? What's the plan?
Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan.
And Kyle is the other one that I was telling you about that was a teacher and then became a lawyer. So he has swapsies. But I think he's going to do really well. I'm putting him in my final 3. My only hesitation is that I think his social game is going to be so good. It's going to be like noticeable. And that makes me a little nervous.
Yeah, you can't have a great social game either anymore. You
can't stand out.
You can't be smart. You can't be smart. You can't have a great social game, and you can't be physical.
You basically have to suck at the game, and we'll bring you along.
What he needs to do is be the best average guy on the island, and that way he just coasts. And
he's good. But I really like him.
I did too. I'm gonna put him in my final 3 as well, even though I do think that the fact that he seems like such a cool person off screen, is probably his biggest liability.
You're right. I think so.
I'm gonna go merge.
I would almost bet if we had to pick a fallen angel just off of these pre-interviews, that it might be him.
Interesting.
But I'm still putting him in my final 3. Got my fingers crossed.
All right. Moving on, we've got Mitch Guerrera. Mitch was also pretty cool. He's from Waco. This is I think the only interview that Jay watched with me. He just because he happened to come into the room as I was watching it. He has a stutter that he overcame. Kids were really mean to him when he was growing up, but now he is a PE teacher and he loves doing so. And he just talks a lot about just, his resilience and determination. And he seemed like a super cool dude. And Jay was like, I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's going to be my winner's pick.
I love
and
that
he left the room.
I love that he picked him. Mitch seems like he is probably the sweetest human being in the world. And he does have the stutter. And I mean, I'm going to be real. The stutter is noticeable, but I think it's going to actually work as an enduring quality for him. And And he said himself, like, he loves being the center of attention. He never shies away because of it. It's just part of who he is, and he's really confident. So, I don't know. I really like Mitch. He seems like a cool person.
All right. So, where do you have?
I have him to merge.
You have him to merge. Okay.
I'm going to go. I'll go merge.
Okay. Sorry, I just realized I wasn't resharing the tab here. Okay. So we got 2 merges. I will also pick merge. I really liked him, and I hope he makes it to the merge or beyond. Let's see. Next up, we have Cy Hughley. I can't pronounce things. Hughley.
I don't know.
And let's see. So Cy is 30. She is a marketing professional. She currently lives in Simi Valley, California. She's originally from Pennsylvania. She was raised by her mother and her grandmother. She doesn't understand super emotional people, but she realizes that she is going to have to, it's going to be tough, but she's going to have to, get in touch with some feelings. So one of her teachers said that she was the worst writer ever, and she worked really hard to improve her writing and then won an Associated Press award. Nice. She is definitely one of those people who's a fighter, and I liked her. I liked her energy. I liked her vibe. I thought she was real cool.
I
also, if I'm mispronouncing your name, I am very sorry.
I think it's pronounced Say.
Say, okay, thank you.
But
say.
She is okay. She's gonna have a stubborn streak. I am pretty sure she's gonna have a stubborn streak, which it could work really well for her. It could work against her.
I'm looking at her pet peeves. So,
but one thing I do have to say that is remarkable is that at one time in her life, she was hit by a bus and then just got up and walked away.
Shut up! Really?
Another lost connection.
She's hit by the bus. We just keep coming.
No way, really?
Yeah.
God, get hit by a bus and walked away.
She deserves to win for that.
It's pretty tough. That's.
I don't like her pet peeves. I mean, I get the whole people smack when they chew, so she wouldn't like Jay. People that use the word moist, people don't pronounce the name salmon, who pronounce the word salmon incorrectly. Is that wrong? Does she hate me already? People who say, I'm going to say she seems a little picky, gets irritated easily. So I'm going to say pre-merge.
Okay, well, she points out that she likes Drea's tenacity, and she does kind of remind me a bit of Drea, who went,
I can see that.
Went merge, so I could definitely see that too.
I mean, I respect she took on a bus and survived. I mean,
that's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I have her for pre-merge.
You have her for pre-merge?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Colleen, you're doing a very bad job of going back and forth for tabs. Okay. Okay, Jamie has her pre-merge. Jack, did you say you had her pre-merge as well?
Pre-merge, yeah. Just on the pet peeves alone. That's just a hunch.
I have to say her favorite hobbies were hiking, scrapbooking, vision boarding, ceramics, all hobbies that I find to be very solid and pleasurable to myself as well.
Wait, hold on a second. She likes the same things as Colleen. Maybe she's the first person voted out. I don't know.
R.I.P. John.
Oh,
I'm kidding, of course.
I know. All right, I'm going to put her merge just to be different.
Because she's
those numbers.
Exactly. All right, moving on. We've got Joe Hunter. Aside from having maybe the coolest name on Survivor ever.
Joe Hunter.
Like Joe Hunter.
Joe Hunter. It sounds like a 80s private detective.
He does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Joe Hunter. Yeah.
Okay, so Joe's video interview, because I watched all the CBS ones.
Oh, he's so
Joe's
sweet.
Okay, so he's California, born and bred, 45 years old. He's a dad. He's a loving / kick-ass dad. He's a fire captain, one of 2 fire department leaders on this season. So I do have to say that when he started his interview, I was like, oh my God, this guy's going to be a tool. By the time he finished the interview, I was like, oh, I kind of like you. I do like you. You sound okay. So he said he doesn't want to be a target beast, but a target monster. Essentially, he's on Survivor because he watched it with his sister. His sister wanted to be on Survivor. And dreamed of applying, but she was unfortunately killed by domestic violence in 2011. So he took up the mantle for her, and that is why he is playing Survivor now, because she never got the chance to do so. Which reminds me of Andy from last season, because yeah, similar story. So.
And in Davari's interview, this is somebody he mentioned. This is how I know that this is who he mentioned, because he mentioned 3 different people. One of them is Shirt Guy, and when we get to it, I'll explain Shirt Guy. He mentioned another guy. He mentioned another guy that he said was the guy Tom Cruise ate. And then this guy, Joe, I know it's Joe because he said, The Rock. And then when you listen to him talk, it's like, okay, yep, because he sounds exactly like The Rock. Like,
wait, you think Joe sounds like The Rock? Interesting.
Yes. Just go back and listen to him vocally. It is very similar. But Joe seems super nice. Here. Yeah, I think he'll get along fairly well with his tribe. He seems like such a earnest person. Like he doesn't talk the way you think he would by looking at him. I think he's going to surprise people with how nice he is.
Plus, he's a firefighter, and they always do well.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that does, he reminds me of, remember the guy that got medevaced, also a dad, from the season that Kenzie won? And I'm blanking on his name. Real nice dude, though, but he got medevaced.
Yes, vaguely. I can't remember his name.
I know. I feel so bad that I can't remember his name.
Listen, there's 48 seasons. It's okay. At this point, it's okay.
I know. Bob? I know, but still. If I was a real Survivor podcaster, I'd remember his name.
Yeah, you would. But we're not.
But we're not. I'm going to put him on merge.
Okay.
It might be risky, but I'm willing to risk it.
I'll give the firefighter merge. They usually do well.
Okay. I will also do merge. I kind of agree with you guys. I'm looking up the 46 cast. Was it Randon?
It could have been. I have to look at him because I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure because he got medevaced when Banu was going to go out, and then Banu got saved.
Oh, Banu
and
was
we got the whole next episode of him crying. Yeah.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was
never again. Never again.
All right, moving on. We've got Camilla Carthagu. Again, I am so sorry that I'm pronouncing these names wrong. But I love her jumper.
I love Camilla. I love her.
Yeah.
I love her. She is a goofy thing, and I adore her.
Yeah, so she says she has no core. She's never had an ab before. But she's a software engineer. She's used to, like, bros taking credit for things that she said originally. She's originally from Canada, and she said that her parents growing up, she definitely wasn't the type of daughter that they were expecting, and she went out of her way to be intentionally annoying for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes. And she loves Carolyn, which she has a lot of Carolyn energy, so that makes sense to me. And also, she mentioned Boston Rob, followed by the longest eye roll I've ever seen. And it was like a 2-minute rant about how Boston Rob's not actually all bad. And so that was pretty fun.
Well, I think I got my final 3 because I agree.
Yeah, she's a hoot, and she's like a professional level gamer. So she's like always making the parents proud out there playing video games.
Well, she paid off their mortgage.
Yeah, she's pretty neat. I don't know how far she'll go. I'm so on the fence with her. I'm going to put her pre-merge, but she's somebody I really want to go further.
Yeah, I liked her a lot. She had fun energy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going final 3.
All right.
Yeah, all right.
Anyone that could come out and publicly trash Boston
roll their eyes at Boston Rob.
I mean, not the person against Boston Rob, but he was given, let's face it, he was given the Sole Survivor title that year. So, yeah, I agree with her. So she's final 3 in my book.
All right.
Okay, so I honestly agree with Jamie that I think she's probably going to be pre-merge because she's not a physical threat, and if her tribe doesn't do well, she's out.
Yep.
But that said, just for the sake of diversifying pre-merge final 3, I'll go with merge.
All right.
Somebody's getting a point from Camilla. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? And that's the way it should be because she's a joy.
She's a joy. All right, moving on. We've got David Kinney.
This would be the guy that Tom Cruise ate.
I'm flexing my muscles.
So his bucket list. So he is 39 years old. He's also California born and bred. His bucket list is to set the record for the most challenges won by anybody. So I'm sure that'll go real well. He's an adrenaline junkie. He has a lot of hobbies, but he's because he's so like all the time, he can remain calm in challenges. He says he has it all, meaning he's a triple threat in Survivor. He's got the brains, the brawn, and the beauty. And he said
is that what he said?
Yeah,
he did. He said that he has everything.
Yeah, this guy is going to make great TV.
I
don't know, like, if you're going to be rooting for him or against him, but I mean, he's a stunt man, so he's going to do well in challenges, I think.
Yeah.
But it's not socially, it might be a little bit of a struggle if he sticks with the
when you love
gallantry.
yourself more than other people, it's tough. So
he says that his personal quote is, "It's not ego, it's history." So he knows he's a badass because he's been a badass his whole life.
All right, you convinced me. He's pre-merge.
He's gonna be amazing TV. I will.
He really is. Yeah, I have him as pre-merge also.
I mean, you got to respect his confidence, but you can't go in there playing a game like that.
Exactly. I'm trying to think, like, he's on a team with, like, his team could go either way. But, yeah, I don't know. I think he
does say his pet peeves is lack of consideration for those around you, someone being rude or ill-mannered. I mean, he seems like a nice guy, but I think he just, I don't think he can control his ego.
I think he's like, I don't know if he was a recruit or what, but he doesn't really know much about Survivor, which might actually be to his benefit. Because sometimes those players that are like fresh to the game find, the loopholes that everyone else has been blind to. But I don't know.
Yeah. I'm sticking with pre-merge.
Hey, one thing though, he says that his favorite movie of all time is Notting Hill. So that's out of left field.
Nice. I love when they can surprise you.
Is there something before pre-merge?
I actually recently rewatched part of Notting Hill because it was on. It like popped up on my like suggested watch on, I don't know, Paramount or Netflix or whatever the heck it's on. And I watched part of it and I was like, I remember how ridiculous this movie is, but I love it so much.
Notting Hill.
It's so gooey.
All right, moving on. We've got Thomas Krottinger. Thomas is 34. He's from Texas, but he lives in California. He's a music executive. Let's see. Do
you think he's Tom Selleck?
He does have Tom Selleck. No, he doesn't. He reminds me of somebody. It's not Tom Selleck though.
No, he's got the mustache.
He really reminds me of somebody too, and I haven't figured out who it is yet.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it's gonna,
whoever it is, it's very strongly connected to that. Like something so familiar about him.
We'll figure it out. Anyway, so he has to obsessively deep dive about everything. So he can't just, watch one something. He's got to then go back and watch the entire series and then deep dive on it and then know all the nitpicking and trivia and the blah, blah, blah.
Another Lost connection.
Yes, right? So he's a quintessential Lost fan. He said that the music business is like Survivor, just, in terms of navigating it and being himself. He's got to be himself out there, which is kind of scary. I have to say, I love his shirt, and I mean that all sincerity.
Yeah,
that's what I say. It's like a Magnum PI shirt with his mustache. I mean, he's got
a little bit
Magnum
of the
PI
mustache. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he's got the shorts are pretty short. It's almost like not quite as short as Magnum PI shorts.
No, that's in. That's in now, though.
That's in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Short shorts are back.
Oh yeah, baby. They're back.
I did not know that.
They were longer last year, I think. Like I think they were shorter last year. This is like a little bit longer.
Okay, I gotta break out my OP shorts from the 80s. There we go.
The old softball shorts.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed listening to Thomas talk. I just I would love to hang out with this dude. I believe that he said that his like loved one visit would be Buffy. So that's pretty awesome. And just wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
The Vampire Slayer, yes.
Which this is the thing. This is why I took note of it, because there's going to be another person on his tribe who also mentions somebody in vampire lore as who they would bring for their loved one. So I think he might have a buddy in the tribe, but I don't know. He is great. I don't know. I have to see him physically compete to really know like how long he could stick around, but I have him as pre right now, which
I do too.
I hate it because I like him, but
since you guys went pre, I'm gonna go merge.
All right.
Well, all right, moving right along. We are more than halfway done. We have Kevin. How do you say his last name? I was gonna call you Shandy, Jamie.
I would tell you if I had written anything past Kevin. I think it's Ling. I think it's Ling.
Kevin Ling. Yeah. Okay.
Ling. Okay.
Kevin also had very fun energy. He said, okay, so let's see. He's 34 years old, also from California. There's a lot of people from California on this season. He was kind of awesome though, because he was joking about how he plans to do his hair every morning, like create like a concoction where people think like he's vain and vapid and vivid.
Is he gonna put charcoal makeup on?
Yeah, no. No, he's like gonna get like seawater and like something and like create like a hair gel.
He'll be like Andy, have great hair on the beach.
I know. So he can appear ditzy, but essentially he's very smart. He used to be an engineer. He realized that that was not his vibe. So now he is in tech. He's very, very, very personable. Likes to talk to people. He said he's brainy. And he's very inspired by Yul because it was the first time in Survivor that he saw somebody on the show that looked like him and had similar traits as himself. And he really that representation mattered to him. So he wants to be the next Yul. And I really liked him a lot.
I do too. He seems very down to earth. I think he is first generation. I believe he said his parents are from Hong Kong.
Okay.
And the very first season that he ever watched was when they were in Australia, but he watched nearly the entire season with no volume because he was sneaking the TV downstairs. So it was at night. So his mom didn't know he was watching TV.
Just like closed caption watching it.
Yes. And like his personality seems like, I don't want this to go in the wrong direction because this is actually in the positive direction. He seems like Andy from last year, but capable. Like he doesn't have he doesn't have kind of the doofiness of Andy, where he was always like unsure of himself and stuff. This guy, Kevin, does not feel like he's unsure of himself, but he's just super personal, like loves the game. You can tell he likes being around people. I think he'll do well.
Okay.
I have him at merge. Like he's going to merge.
Okay.
I'll make it my third final three.
Nice. All right. And I kind of want to make it my second final three, but I actually picked my final threes ahead of time this time. So I'm also going to go with merge because I really liked him and I hope he goes far.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that I'm wrong, that he goes to the final three. I spelled that one wrong. All right. Next up, we have Cedric McFadden. There you go. Cedric is 45. He's
nice shirt.
South Carolina. Nice shirt. He is a surgeon. Okay, so he is a colorectal surgeon. So he operates on people's butts and
that might come in handy on the island.
If only Joe, Secret Agent Joe, was on,
Yeah.
you really would have known the right enema for that guy. I love Secret Agent Joe.
Someone could fall awkwardly on a mango. You never know. It could be.
Let's see. He likes to think of himself like Earl, quiet confidence, and have Cerise's social game. What else did he say? He wants to help his castmates, so they want to help him, similar to whoever said that earlier. I liked him a lot too. I would let him operate on my butt.
Yep. You could do some butt operating. I really like why
butt?
he picks my butt.
I liked him a lot though. He was real cool.
He's very, very low key and chill and like soft energy, not abrasive. He was talking about the reason why he chose that for his study of surgery is because when he studied all of the surgeons where he was doing residency, those doctors seemed to be the happiest. So that's why he went with it. He literally picked it because he's like, it looks like they have the best lifestyle and they're the happiest and the least stressed out.
Plus, everyone's got an asshole, so it's just
everyone's got one because
so
everybody poops. So
you're not going to lose money. The only problem is, does he go in saying I'm a surgeon? Because that's usually a bad thing to do, because
it's true. They do kind of go after the
because they're going, this guy's rich, he doesn't need to, and he's a specialty doctor, right? Specialist surgeon. So I'm going to say, just because I don't know if he's going to be honest or not. So if he's honest, I think he's
yeah. I have him as pre-merge, but my reasoning is because I just think if his tribe has to go to tribal, I think he'll be the first cut.
Oh,
I hate it. I don't like it. It's just.
I like how you said something. You said but for
but with two T's. He's going home first.
You want to put some money on that, or some points that he'll be first out in his tribe?
No. I don't. I'm a terrible gambler.
Again, if he goes in and says, no, I work at, I'm an advertiser, something like, something, but he can't say he's a surgeon. That's a death blow to a contestant.
And he probably knows that since he's been watching since the beginning.
Yep.
Okay.
He's a long time. I think he's probably the longest time fan that there might be on here.
Jack, what do you think that he's going to be?
I said pre-merge.
You said pre-merge. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't. Like I said, if he doesn't say he's a surgeon, he could go further. But if he says he's a surgeon, that's dead man walking.
All right. Well, he says that he's very good at puzzles, so there's that.
We do need a puzzle guy.
We need the puzzle champs. That's right.
All right, next up we have Charity Nelms. She's 34. She's from Michigan, but is currently living in Florida. She's a flight attendant. And her big deal was that she was raised in a very religious environment. She originally went to like pastor school, or what was it? Shandy. I don't know why I keep calling you Shandy.
Shandy.
Some kind of, like youth ministry type thing.
Yes. And she went to college to, do that. And then realized that she wanted more than just the ministry school. So she left her ministry school, became a flight attendant, like less than 2 weeks later, got the job, and her whole world opened. And she seemed really cool.
How tall is she? She looks tall.
I don't know
how could just be the
could be this angle of the shot.
Now she did lose, like she had like a big like fitness thing, and she's like a fitness influencer now. And she lost like 100 pounds or something, and so she does like personal fitness. I have zero doubts that she will make it to the merge, but she is the only person that I didn't really be like, oh, I really like this person. But
really, I wrote down she was somebody that I really liked, and I'm gonna put her in my final 3.
All right.
Wow.
I think she could get there. The one thing that I do like about her, and I feel like it suits the vibe that I got, is that she said, if there needs to be a villain, I'll be the villain. So
Wow.
And her name is Charity.
yes. So there's no way she doesn't make it to merge.
I'll
At
go.
the least.
You talked me into it. I'm going merge.
All right. Next up, we have Justin.
Michael Bolton. Come on, that's Michael Bolton, isn't it?
This is the tale of
It's a fun story
Jack
about his hair,
Sparrow.
actually.
He's got his hair. He's got the shirt. He's got the shoes. I mean, the no shoes.
Wait,
pants.
it gets even better. Colleen, tell him what he does for a living.
Okay, so he manages his parents' pizzeria, but it's actually
I love it.
honestly, he's another one where like he started talking and I was like, oh boy.
Mhm.
But then by the end, I was like, oh, I am rooting for you. So
Like-
essentially, he also talks really fast. Like I talk like a sloth compared to how this guy talks very fast. So he used to work at the state capitol in Massachusetts. He went to Yale. Like he was all set to
Oh.
have a career in civil servants, like politics or whatever.
Yep.
But his mom got diagnosed with leukemia. So he ended up coming home, taking over, the managing the pizzeria for her. So now it's him and his dad. And he's playing the game in her honor in order to give her the money so she doesn't have to keep working and she can just focus on fighting.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he is so likable. He reminds me a lot of Jake. It might just be the accent, actually. Because
Yeah, I think it's the accent.
he's definitely got that accent. But it's great because when asked who his favorite players or the players that he most resonates with is, okay, ready? He says Tyson, Malcolm, and Fabio, but he swears it's not because of the hair. And he had no plans of growing his hair out. He used to get his hair cut like every month or so, like was really strict about having nice hair. He has an awesome barber and he was really loyal to him. And then COVID happened, and when COVID happened, the barber was out of town or out of state or something and couldn't come back in yet because like COVID lockdown. And so he didn't get his hair cut and refused to go get his hair cut by anyone else but his barber. And when his barber finally made it back and saw his hair, he said, no, you're not cutting that. That's way too nice. And that's why
it does look like he has nice hair.
Yeah. So it is loyalty to his barber that has kept him with long hair.
I was going to go pre-merge, but now I might go merge. And I'm craving pizza.
See, maybe he could fix the pizza problem they have out there.
Yeah.
They're weird pizzas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put him to merge.
Okay.
The restaurant's name is Luigi's.
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
It is.
On that, I mean, Luigi, that name is winning this.
I mean, all hail the conquering heroes.
Did you say merge? I'm so sorry. You said merge?
Yes.
I'm trying to look up who he worked for at the State House. I'm very curious. I was gonna put him as my final three, but I don't want to Nick what's his face situation.
Ooh, that one still stings, right?
We know he's a masshole, right? So he's from Massachusetts. So
Yep,
he's a masshole.
He is. It doesn't say. Just as he worked for. All right, whatever. What do you got, Jack?
I said merge.
You said merge. Okay.
And maybe he worked for a Kennedy.
I don't know if there were Kennedys in the State House at that point.
There's always a Kennedy somewhere.
They just don't go away. They're everywhere.
They're like rabbits.
They're in the walls.
Yeah.
It doesn't say. All right, whatever. I'm gonna go merge because I really like him. And I'm gonna go to my other final three because I don't think I wanted to put Charity. I think I dropped the gun on that one. Dropped the gun. Dropped
the ball, shot the gun.
I dropped the gun and the law won. I dropped the gun.
But for the record, I would love to see him win because I really like him. And he's Italian. He's my people.
It's really hard not to root for the people that are like, I want to take care of my mom. So
yeah.
I know, right?
That makes a great story at the end if he makes it final 3.
Right.
All right. Finishing up, we're almost done here. We've got Bianca Roses. Bianca's 33. She's also from New Jersey. She was fun. She was fun. I can assume she is my people. She is from a big Catholic Italian family. When she started her own PR business and moved to Virginia, her family didn't understand. They were like, "Do we need a passport to go there?" Which I find hilarious and relatable.
Yep.
So yes, I liked her. I don't know, being again somebody that can relate. I don't know if the rest of the tribe will like her, but for what it's worth, I loved her.
I feel like Bianca felt like the most, like, not that everyone else we've mentioned didn't feel like normal people, but like I feel like Bianca felt like the most normal out of everybody. But here's the thing. I'm not going to call her Bianca from this moment on because she has been a Survivor fan since she was 8 years old. And her very first login name and screen name was Survivor Freak 815. And
no, another lost connection.
815? Really?
Yes. So Bianca's going to be Survivor Freak 815.
When was she born? Because is her birthday
how
August
old
15th?
Is she?
She's 33.
Doesn't give her her birth month. So,
but it wouldn't be. I mean, 8 years old, lost. She's only 7 years younger than me. So, like, she would have been in high school.
2004, right?
Yeah, she would have been in high school when Lost came out. She would have been 8.
Past the time.
Maybe Survivor Freak 815. Maybe that's.
I like it.
I say pre-merge.
Pre-merge, okay.
If I knew for sure the 815 was Lost related, I would.
I kind of get pre-merge vibes too, which makes me very sad because again, Angelina went far, but yeah.
I'm gonna put her as merge.
Okay.
Because she's gonna be on the same tribe as Eva and Joe and Mr. Davari.
True.
I feel like she's somebody that Davari is going to scoop up and be in his. I don't know. I feel like he's going to.
I like her. I hope I'm wrong. I hope she goes far. Yeah. She was fun.
Yeah, I like the tribe that that Logi tribe. That is going to be the most interesting dynamic. That group of people.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have let's see, Chrissy Cernowski. Again, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Chrissy, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, here's your typical mom, character that's blah, blah, blah. She is a badass.
She is.
She's a fire lieutenant. She describes herself as a badass. And honestly, I would agree. I don't think this is like Joe Hunter being like, or whatever his name was, not Joe Hunter.
Ken Hunter.
David being like, my history. I'm so cool. No, Jack, she is so cool. So she's been a firefighter for like 30 years. She's been a paramedic for like 20 years. And she's also a nurse. So she's like real.
Wouldn't she have time to sleep? Wouldn't she have time to sleep?
I don't know. But when she first started being a firefighter, like 30 years ago, wherever it was, 23 years ago, 25 years ago, she said that, she was met with resistance because she was a woman going in there. And, she charmed and disarmed, and now she's all their bosses.
I love it. Yeah.
So take that.
But she was super cool. Like, I really, really liked her. She surprised me a lot with her interview. I'm just going to say she's going to be my last final 3.
I wonder if she knew.
I thought she was so cool.
I wonder if she knew bad Leroy Brown.
Baddest man in the whole damn town?
Because she's from the south side of Chicago. She's from the south side of Chicago.
If she
Oh,
did, she carried him on her back because she's talking about all the weights that she lifts and how much she has to pull through tunnels of smoke and like all the physical stuff. She mispronounced every single player's name of people that she liked from the past, and I loved that. I loved that about her. I can relate.
I can respect that.
And she still has the feeling of like the TV mom, but like I think she's gonna be tough as nails. So
she's not gonna play the TV mom part.
No.
Oh, definitely she is not. I didn't even get TV mom vibes from her as soon as she started talking.
Yeah, and she cashed in. I love what she said. I cashed in all of my vacation time so that she saved it up and used it so she could use her vacation time to come out and play Survivor. And I don't know, how do you get like, I mean, like everybody knows that mom. So good for her. Right. I want her to go in, and she might be my final three, but I'm debating between her and one other person, so I'll need a minute to think about it. But definitely Merge.
Really, out of the two left, you're confused?
Yep.
I'm gonna go Merge. You guys talked me into it.
All right.
Plus, she's a firefighter, and they always seem to do well.
Yes. All right, Jamie.
Yes. Merge.
Okay. All right. Last two. Next up, we have Star Toomey. Star is 28. She's originally from Liberia. She currently lives in Georgia. She is playing for her son, whose name is Silver, I believe. Let's see. She loves talking to people. She played basketball. She wants to open doors for her son because she says that she wants him to see her doing well on Survivor, and then someday he might be able to think that he could be president someday. Very cool energy. I liked her a lot.
Yes. Yeah, I did too. She's super
Silver Mars. Okay. I thought she said Silver Mars, but I didn't quite catch the Mars, so I didn't know. Okay. Yeah, Silver Mars. Cool name.
I love she's talking about her baby and how like she instantly loved him and said, and I've met some pretty good babies. She's very funny. I do like her a lot. And she's the other one I told you about that chose someone in the vampire lore for her loved one visit, and she picked Klaus Michelson from the originals. That's who she would pull in.
All right.
So I think that her and Thomas might, if they have some conversations about the things that they love, are going to be buddies pretty fast. As much as I love this girl, I don't think that she's going to make it past pre-merge.
I don't either.
I got a pre-merge. Hope I'm wrong. She has a great name.
She's got a great name. She's got a great attitude, personality. I want her to go really far for her son.
She would hate me because she doesn't like teeth grinders, and I grind my teeth at night sometimes.
And you're a Beyonce hater, and she doesn't like Beyonce haters.
No, I don't hate Beyonce.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, I don't like Beyonce. I mean, I'm not a fan.
I was just totally just joking.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, well, you know. All right, and then finally we've got Mary Zhang. She's lives in Pennsylvania right now, Philly. She's a Philly girl, but she grew up in Maryland. She's a substance abuse counselor. She also had, like, everybody seemed to have this very same, like, high energy. Like, you know, there were a lot of very similar archetypes of players, which I thought was very interesting. She's 31. I also noticed that there are only like 2 or 3 players who are under age 30 on this season as well. Mm-hmm. So I think that's something to take into consideration.
And there's no one really young, right? There's
nobody super young.
Mm-mm.
But anyway, yeah, so she's done the Peace Corps, she's in AmeriCorps, she's hitchhiked across the Mediterranean. So she said, she said she wants to play like Ben. So she just wants people to give her idols under her pillow. She also wants to be a spy. She backpacked and hitchhiked for a year. She got people to tell them her secrets. So when she came back, she decided to be a counselor, and she works at a methadone clinic. So she is a substance abuse counselor. So she can try to get people to talk to her to help her. again, sounds like a lovely human being.
Yes. And there's two very notable things that I put about Miss Mary. And that is, one, she is a child of political refugees. Both of her parents were two of the organizers of Tiananmen Square.
Oh, no
really?
way.
Yeah. So that's big history.
That's cool.
And the other thing that I put here is that her hot take is that Applebee's ain't that great.
That's not a hot take. That's just a fact.
All right, she's making it the. I got her to merge now.
Yeah, yeah. I am going.
Applebee's.
She's my gamble. I'm gambling between her and Chrissy, and I'm gonna pick Mary for my other final three.
Okay. I think she might make the merge, but for the sake of diversifying the points here, I'm gonna go pre-merge again. So somebody's getting a point from Mary. All right. So that's where we stand. Hurrah. We did it. Another preview show in the books. Let's see what happens. Chris says in the chat, according to Survivor Wiki, Bianca's birthday is indeed 8/15. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
August 15th. That's my husband's birthday too. So I guess we have to root for her.
Yeah. No.
All right. We will be back on.
Not so much.
We'll be back on Wednesday after Survivor is over.
Is it an hour and a half or 2 hours?
Probably 2 hours. I know.
Well,
We'll just get it out of the way. We have company coming Thursday. Jerry's gonna be here, so I can't use this room on Thursday. So we gotta knock it out quickly.
No, I already got 2 things to do on Thursday, so I can't.
Yeah, there you go.
We're all very popular on Thursday.
Yeah. All right. So
popular.
if you are free and want to watch us do this live, we will be live approximately 15 minutes after Survivor airs this Wednesday. That will be most Wednesdays. There are a couple of weeks, though, that I know I have conflicts. I'm on the board of directors for that thing, and they meet the first Wednesday of every month at 8 o'clock, 8 to 9. So I'll just, there's a couple of conflicts I have. Sorry.
No worries.
But we'll work through it. We'll figure it out.
We'll make it work.
On that note, though, if you cannot join us live, please send us some feedback as soon as you watch it. We would absolutely love to read your feedback. Jack will sing your name as a little song.
There you go.
Unless
you have a crappy name, I'm not doing it.
Or if your birthday's August 15th, don't even.
Yeah, no, yeah, because that had nothing to do with Lost, and you kind of just.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
You kind of reeled me in, and then you said, "Oh, that's my birthday."
On that note, though, we're gonna get out of here. We might even finish this at 1:08.
We're gonna get out of here.
Can we get out of here in 30 seconds? We cannot. But thank you to the patrons, especially the ones that contribute a certain level. The Eckhart Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with a Plan, and Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. Thank you guys so much. Maybe we'll have a patron bonus.
You muted yourself.
And microphone. Maybe we will have another bonus show with Shandy or maybe Amanda or whatever.
And then Shandy's actually on it. So when you say Shandy, she'll actually be here.
We'll both go, yes. Yes.
I have to start calling her Shandy Joe.
maybe I'll come on and I'll answer yes to it too.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. Jackie Joe. All right. On that note, though, check out the broadcast with Amanda, Shandy, Joe, and Colleen. Check out the Rebelcast After Dark. Check out The Amazing Race will be back, right?
Is it back?
Yep.
Oh, it's back?
Isn't that what the other thing you had to do on Thursday?
No. I have Padre and I have
totally something different.
Rebel.
But I do believe that
Amazing Race is back. I've been telling people at the end of the broadcast for like 2 months that it's coming back.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll probably do it on Friday.
All right, we'll check that out. Jamie is currently doing podcasts about The Traitors season 3 and Australian Survivor season. I don't know. I've lost track.
12/10.
Okay. So anyway, check it out. We're about to get real busy. And yes, all right. Well, can't wait to talk about this season of Survivor. So she says, does she believe it in her heart? I don't know. We'll find out. Please don't suck. All right, we'll see you on Wednesday. Are you giving me a visual clue?
No,
Cue?
I'm giving
Just
up to Jeff Probst.
Holding his head in his
Oh,
hand.
okay.
And it's not easy either because he has a big ego. So
He
it's
does.
Survivor. Oh, you should watch. They're making changes for season 50. There's a video
Oh,
going
yeah,
around.
they
I
are.
saw to get rid of the fire challenge,
Vote,
get
vote,
rid of the
vote.
host, get rid of
Change it
I
up.
hope they should get rid of the fire challenge now.
I know, it's so annoying. It was cool at first, but now it's annoying.
Yeah, come up with
Amen.
something else.
All right. On that note, though, survivorjjc@gmail.com. Looking forward to talking to everybody on Wednesday. All right. On that note, my name is Colleen.
I'm Jamie.
Yeah.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye.